Chair and honorable members of this committee, allow me to really sincerely thank you for those very important questions, questions that are vexing to all of us and to Kenyans, and questions that beg answers from me as the chair nominee, but also to some extent answers from all of us as Kenyan citizens. In regard to the first set of questions from the Honorable Chair regarding what I bring to the table that will inspire confidence and ensure that Kenyans enjoy that right to elect their leaders in a free, fair, verifiable, and credible elections. I think, Honorable Chair and members, these are questions that even I, since I was nominated as chair, have been asked by fellow citizens outside there. In fact, last night I was at a barber shop, and the barber asked me, Chair, do you think we will ever have free and fair elections in Africa? Not Kenya alone. But I knew, of course, where he was going. So to answer your question, Honorable Chair and members, I think I took this role knowing very well that there's a lot that is expected from us. There's a lot of issues that Kenyans are worried about. The issues, of course, of guaranteeing them free and fair election as per the Constitution, the issues of credibility, the issues of trust. And for me, I think if we address the issue of elections, we must, as Kenyans, begin by trusting in ourselves, because trust begins with us. When we trust ourselves, then we begin to look at what are the legal frameworks that are there to help us, for example, navigate through issues of governance in this country. That is when we begin to look at the Constitution and trust it. Does our Constitution serve us? Does it work? What does it say? The institutions that have been created by that Constitution to manage our elections, including our electoral management body, the IEBC, and others that are supposed to support that electoral management process. Do we trust in those institutions? Do we trust in the people that have been given the responsibility and the public trust to manage those institutions? Do we trust the laws that have been passed by this honorable House, by our Parliament, and the regulations that govern the electoral processes? So when, Honorable Chair and members, when we as Kenyans begin to ask those questions, I think we'll be heading in the right direction, such that then those of us who are lucky, those of us who have come out courageously, and it must be really courageous, because when I applied for this job, I was told this is the hot seat, I don't even go there, we don't know whether to congratulate you or to, all sorts of things. So those of us who've come out who have stepped out to provide leadership in our electoral management body and processes, we begin then to tell Kenyans, we will play our role as IEBC, I will play my role as chairperson, in the sense that I will be guided by the Constitution of Kenya and the laws of Kenya. And that through that fidelity to the law, I should be able to follow all the laid down processes that will lead us to credible, free, fair, verifiable elections. So my point is, Honorable Chair, is that we have to begin by trusting in ourselves. Number two, trusting that our Constitution works, that our laws governing our elections work and can be implemented, and that we will comply with these laws, and that then the institutions created to manage our elections are given an opportunity and that benefit of doubt to be able to work and to deliver results. Of course, there have been challenges in terms of sometimes negative perceptions. There have been, of course, challenges in terms of actual incidences of electoral malpractices. But even as we have those challenges, we still, as a country and as citizens of this country, have to seek refuge in our constitution and in our laws, so that then even those who perpetuate electoral malpractices, we should deal with them knowing that there are laws that govern electoral offenses, and that these laws will be implemented, and those people who perpetuate electoral malpractices can be held to account. So for me, I will rely more on my faith and my trust in our constitution and our laws and our institutions that we have set, that we the people have given unto ourselves under Article 1 of the Constitution, under which article the people have donated that power to us. Number two, in relation to my nomination, Honorable Chair, I wouldn't really want to dwell much on that because, Honorable Chair, I think most Kenyans, from the day the advert was put out there, from the day the first advert was put, and then it was cancelled to allow room for further consultations, and that resulted to the NADCO process and the outcome of the NADCO process, and subsequent advertisement for this position and inviting those of us who are interested and who felt like we had something to offer. We were invited in an open process. We submitted our applications, and I recall very well, Honorable Chair, for the record, at first I was reluctant even to apply for this job, given the negativity and all these things around this position. But at the cyber cafe where I normally photocopy my things and my papers, even from my work in South Africa, the young people in that cyber cafe, Peter, Purity, and Kizito, they are the people who urged me to put in my application, because looking at my documents and having conversations with me over tea, they thought and they felt that you have what it takes to lead this country in this institution. And at first I thought maybe I should just apply for the commission and, the hot seat, leave it alone. But they actually went and submitted the documents both for the chair and for member. So when I was in South Africa, they sent me a screenshot. We have submitted the documents. And later on, when I was on my way to, I think, Angola or something, I saw my name in the newspapers that I've been shortlisted. I honored the...
No, so it is not you who applied?
I submitted the documents. I signed.
I think that's very important.
Yes.
Are you saying you did not submit your own application for this position?
Right. Kisito, the one who photocopies for me. So I bound everything, and I asked them to submit once everything was in order.
So they submitted the documents for you?
They just submitted the documents.
You had applied yourself, you had signed the documents, etc.
Yes.
So let's carry on.
Actually, I have a copy of my application.
No problem.
With the documents.
Okay.
So
let's move on to the process. Yes.
That actually, basically, all these conspiracy theories around maybe being pushed around by certain interest groups to apply. I just wanted, for the record, for Kenyans to know that ordinary Kenyans are equally concerned, and they felt maybe they can urge me to apply. So I went through interviews. They were televised. I gave my account for why I should be considered for this position, and I think the rest of the process proceeded as per the law that governs recommendation, nomination, and approval. And that's why I am here, Honorable Chair. So I would like to rest that matter at that point, and then to proceed to answer